rarely tested with just the 2 shots on target from Girona, but he excelled at starting plays from the back. Sam says 7.5 Sergi Roberto back in the right-back spot. Roberto performed well. Got the assist for Suarez's goal as well, to cap off a good performance. Sam says 7.5 Javier Mascherano very involved in the first half, and made some good tackles as well as some incisive passes which looked to break down the Girona defense. Recorded the highest amount of passes of any player on the pitch at 90 completed efforts. Sam says 8 Samuel Umtiti a quiet game from the Frenchman, but that may have been more to do with the lack of attack offered by Girona. Sam says 6.5 Jordi Alba in this game. Jordi Alba was an intercepting machine. Completing 5, he helped to stop any Girona attacks before they really started. He was also on hand to get Barca the opening goal. An orchestrated corner routine was met with a slice of luck as the fullback's volley collided with the Girona defender on its way into the net. Sam says 8 Paulinho another strong outing from the Brazilian despite not getting on the scoresheet. Made way in the 66th minute with the midweek Champions League game in mind. Sam says 7.5 Ivan Rakiti kept the game ticking along playing as the deeper midfielder. Not a position he is a natural at, but he did well in this game. Sam says 7 Andres Iniesta playing as the wide midfielder was a role Iniesta used to play a lot during the Guardiola era and he seemed to slot back into it well in this game. Cutting inside frequently, he would often use his dribbling to attempt to make a way through. Sam says 7.5 Alex Vidal created the second goal with a good burst of speed to get himself into the box before firing away across. His delivery was dummied by Suarez, and it collided with Gorka Erases on its way into the net. Sam says 7.5 Lionel Messi seemed pretty well marked in the first half as he dropped deeper in search of the ball. Seemed to be growing increasingly frustrated with the challenges made by the Girona players, but in the home side's defense they did stifle the Argentine who has been in superb form at the start of the season. Sam says 7 Luis Suarez having started the game like a striker very much out of form, Suarez eventually got his goal. The opening of the match saw him fluff chances that he would usually bury, and often looking for a teammate rather than shooting himself. You got the sense that if he was in better form, he'd be going for goal himself. He did get a goal, though in the 69th with a tidy finish which will hopefully kickstart his season. Sam says 7 Andre Gomez made a brief cameo for 10 minutes. Sam says NA Denis Suarez only came on for 11 minutes. Sam says NA Sergio Busquets brought on to tighten the game up in the 66th minute. Sam says 7 Ernesto Valverde managed the game well with midweek fixtures in mind. Sam says 7 the team put pressure on Girona which ultimately led to 2 own goals before Suarez killed the game off. Sam says 8 man of the match Jordi Alba.